And it looks like we are live. Hello everyone, and welcome to another exciting race of the Zelda 2 Randomizer Tournament. My name is Shadowfix, and we're tuning in right now to the final race in the Losers Bracket Round 1. We have the number 16 seed Ellendar versus the 22 seed bentglasstube. I'm joined today by my two commentators, Norinado and Nightcrawler. Say hello, guys.
Hello, guys. Every time.
Every time. Let's do it every time from now on out. So the winner of this match will go on to face number 8 seed Amazing Toaster. So with that, I'll turn it over to the commentary team, and we'll get started very shortly.
Well, we have a BGT fan in here. He's tracking, so we gotta watch what our tracks are putting in. All right, well, we start off with P2 right next to the starting palace and a dead-end Death Mountain. Interesting. And we got Saria. That's a useful town to have next to the start because you can turn in Bagu's letter or get ferry and cross it and end up someplace completely different. I'd say that's a nice town to have next to the start.
I want to have my mic muted. Derp.
Oh, you thought I was just
Sorry.
talking over you, huh?
Yeah. You know me and my keyboard.
Oh yeah. Well,
It's a little clicky-clacky.
I appreciate you trying to help. Work on that.
And it looks like they both got jump, which will be useful.
Yeah, it's useful in GP. It can be useful in P2 and P6. But as far as day-to-day, spells go, it's a little bit less useful than some of the other ones.
Yes.
Yeah, jump in GP is the greatest because waffle runes, as Lightning is saying.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you just got to go into GP without it. Not these guys though. So Ellendar skipping the graveyard check. That could have been a hint, or possibly a 200-point P-bag or something. And nice.
What did he just find?
No. Watch BGG's screen. Just for a sec.
Oh, the raft.
Some bugs are best kept in the game.
Okay, so it looked like he was he surfing?
He was on a magic carpet ride.
Oh, really? That looked like a raft to me.
Well, raft, carpet,
Okay.
Splitting hairs.
It was a wooden carpet, right?
Yeah.
Wooden carpets.
All right, and so we got a hint that Rabenak has a magic container. That's a good hint to have because it'll tell him he doesn't need to look in P3, but if he comes across it, I might as well pick it up because it's one of the more useful items that aren't required. And we got Ellendar in Medicine Cave, which is one of the harder caves to do in the dark. And oh god, we have a red Daira, I think an orange Daira. It could be it's two red Dairas. I think a Korea. No, sorry, 2 red Dairas. 3 red Dairas. Yeah, this is not happening. Oh, sorry. Okay, he did it. There was only 2 red Dairas after all. And the other one was a Moblin, and there was a Korea too.
He has to be a little careful. He's down to 1 life.
Yeah, he's gonna up and A out of here. He doesn't want to walk back through there and die halfway.
No.
Assuming he survives.
Yeah.
And he makes the jumps, except... Oh, no!
Oh! Ooh, he
oh, God, I was so rooting for him. Now BGT's going to try it. That hurts, because he almost had it. He ran into one of the... I'm guessing he ran into a Geldarm. They're one of the more difficult enemies to spot. But it hurt him a lot, probably because he only has life 1 right now. Let's see if BGT has any more luck. Meanwhile, Ellendar is checking the P-bag cave. This one's pretty simple, except for he's standing on a Geldarm again. And lost almost all of his life.
Okay.
Those Geldarms.
So what are the odds that if either runner finds the candle that they will take it or they'll just nope out?
That'd be funny. They would take it unless they're doing it for the lulz. I mean, by the time it's on the screen, you might as well pick it up.
No, because I've seen runners nope.
Yeah.
When they see it, like, I don't want this time loss. Oh, just heart container for Ellendar. But
If you pick it up at this point when you're still weak, you know, it's more useful. Go east to find the hammer. Another good hint for a bentglasstube. So I think we've got... Is that 3 hints so far?
I believe so.
I don't remember what the second one was. And then, yeah, go east to find
I know
the
there was
trophy.
one. Wasn't there one about the magic container? There was one.
Yeah. Magic container Rebenak. And I thought there might have been something else.
Hammer?
Oh, well. Yeah, hammer's a good one.
Lightning, do you remember? Okay, he thinks it was just 2.
Okay. Plus, of course, the spell item hints. Well, I gotta say something's right, otherwise nothing's gonna, no one's gonna get to have the fun of correcting me. And that's, like, something really special. Oh no, BGT, you pushed him off the screen. Now you're not gonna get experience. And he's gonna go into the medicine cave. He's using his jump to try to clear these enemies. Not gonna work out. Those
Oh, takes a death.
those Dairas are, those Dairas, the way that they back up, I don't think they don't back up quickly enough for you to really jump over them with jump unless you let off the D-pad and you start really close to them. He didn't quite make it this time. He'll make it this time though. But you know what he was doing, maybe intentionally? Those rocks that are flying, they actually deal a lot less damage than the axes. So if you take the hit from them, then you're invincible for a few frames. Then that's the way to do it. And let's see if he dies to the same guild arm. Oh no, that's not a guild arm. What is that? It's a Gorilla. Okay. Sorry, a Gorilla and a Moblin. Yeah.
He's not in 1 life.
He should be able to handle it this time. I wouldn't... Jump should work too, but I would probably just kill these guys. But I would be wasting time. He picks up his magic container. He's going to up an A.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's a... Oh, cool. Ellendar using his noggin and searching for Bagu, kind of knowing that with Saria so close and... okay, there's a passer. I was going to say no obvious passers, but there's one. That's the Parappa passer. So BGT is going to be using the Parappa passer, and Ellendar is going to be using Saria. Oh, BGT's passer doesn't lead him any place useful. I think he's already been in this direction.
Yeah, it looks like it, because that looks familiar.
But that is interesting. Oh my gosh. Okay. When I say not useful, I mean not immediately, but in the near future, that's going to be required unless they find the boots. Okay, magic key hint. I think that was in the east. Everything's in the east.
Go east, young man.
Yes. Sally forth.
Get that raft.
Yeah, and...
So that means the raft has to be in the western continent, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the
Okay.
raft can't be in the east.
Okay, well, I'm
Until
still
the
learning.
randomizer evolves to its final form,
Oh, you mean the magic carpet?
Yeah. He has a raft, I guess. Sort of.
Okay.
I believe that happens... it has to do with, if the raft spot is lined up with an encounter tile or something. And when you go on the encounter tile, that happens. But I don't know the specific. All right, there's the child hanging out and playing with a little bot. The bot's now dead, and I cry. Now that I'm not checking this particular possible hint location either, but he is going to check for the hints in the text. I'd be surprised if all 4 hints were in the west, but it could happen.
Is it possible for them to go in a town and for there to be no hint there?
Yeah, there's only 4 hints in the whole game. And there's 8 towns and one other location. So there's 9 possible locations. Well, generally speaking.
We found something.
There's Thunder.
Nice. Oh, that's probably going to be too expensive to cast.
It's too expensive for him to cast. If BGT finds Bagu and heads over there, he's got enough magic containers to just barely cast it at full magic and have 1 MP left. So unfortunately, Ellendar, who didn't complete the Medicine Cave, can't cast it yet. It would be very useful, especially with those red Dyers in the dark.
Is that looks like a murder dactyl? Is that what that was chasing him?
I think it's called a Moby.
Okay, well, it looked like a murder dactyl.
What's a murder dactyl? I mean,
it looks like a pterodactyl, but it's trying to murder you.
I thought maybe there was some like Zelda speedruns meme of murder dactyls or something.
Well, it's a Z3 kind of meme because there's these little pink birds that look like pterodactyls, but they try and kill you, so some people call them murder dactyls.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. We're not talking about the vultures, right?
No, they're different.
You're talking about Dark World stuff?
Yeah, Dark World.
Ooh, BGT is going to be taking the jump cave instead of using his letter. That's a thing.
Oh, and Ellendar takes the death.
Not sure why Ellendar went into this encounter tile.
I think
he already
grinding
maybe.
for experience.
Well, yeah, I think now that he's here, he is. All right. Well, he got that level up at an opportune time. He could have done that without taking a hit if he was a little bit more rhythmic with his attacks. Just 30 experience for those orange Dyers is not great. I think that's rolling down as far as it can roll.
Yeah, not that great for that long of an encounter to try and kill.
Yeah. He might have ducked in there to try to avoid a random encounter. Graveyards, caves, all this good stuff. BGT's going to show us what's at the end of this cave. And now that's a swamp. That's how you know Dig Shake made this game. Swamp everywhere.
Yeah, I saw where there was a comment. People were talking about like how Dig Shake would love to admire his swamp.
Oh yeah. it's maybe he lived in Florida once or something. I don't know. That's a lot of mosquitoes. That's all I know. What if like Link got malaria?
Oh God. Well, then they'd have to change the coloration, wouldn't they? Wouldn't they have to have yellow skin?
Yeah. Ooh, a key drop. Nice. Seems pretty rare, but he got it. Ellendar, meanwhile,
looking for hints.
No, he's going to be picking up his downstab. He could have picked it up before, but didn't. He probably forgot he had jump. I don't see why you would ever pass up downstab. Oh. BGT's nervous. There's like, oh, he thought it was a bot, but it was actually an Octorok. Bots can jump randomly, and they're actually pretty much a pain.
Oh, the glove.
Yeah, that's good.
That's a nice find.
So Ellendar has Thunder and the kid. BGT has the glove. And one key. If BGT comes across like, I don't know, P1 or P2, he can go in there pretty confidently, I think. I mean, just one key, that's not a lot, but it might be enough for P2. It's definitely enough for P1, but there's no glove block there.
Looks like he found a life.
Yeah,
Or
those
one up.
lives.
1-up.
Yeah. Or a Link doll, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, Link doll.
It doesn't matter. It's all the same. Oh, looky here. Got a little boulder block cave and an interesting bridge. Oh. BGT was going to do something cool, but then he dropped it, so. There we go. Too bad it's not going to be worth much experience. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, not so bad. We got level 2 attack at 15 minutes.
Yeah, these enemies aren't giving a lot of experience points tonight.
No, they're not.
The game's being kind of stingy.
Yeah.
Is Shadowfix Seed gonna be like the new Cubs Rule Seed?
Could be. That's a worthless swamp. Nothing there. So I think we might have to dig Death. They haven't found the second Death Mountain entrance, so they haven't seen all the caves yet. I'm not tracking what all caves they found. Let's see. Looks like they still have to find the grass tile. I mean, well, going by BTT's tracker, I can't really tell from Ellendar's tracker. Grass tile, magic cave, Harkina cave. He hasn't found those ones, but one of those 2 caves is the one that's blocked. Ellendar, no. Okay, there's the grass tile. Let's see what's here. I think that's why we can blame the seed on you, Shadowfix.
You did roll it. That's what counts, right?
I guess you're right. I did roll it, but like I said, I just don't play it.
Well, neither do I. Heresy.
I could have sworn you played this game, Nato.
I've never played this game.
Not even once?
Nope. Not vanilla, not rando.
Tisk. Alright, so here's a magic container cave. Once we've got this, we know what all the caves except for the heart container cave are. Actually, no. BGT's already done this cave. Someone's already done this cave. Oh yeah, it had...
Oh yeah, there's the glove. Yep.
Yeah, BGT just didn't mark it on his tracker. So we know that the child is on the grass spot because Ellendar already got that one. Oh wow, that was slick from Ellendar. I didn't think you could do that. There's a little trick you can do to pass through those Geld arms, but to hit it, lose your momentum, and then continue your momentum and not get hit, that's something special. Alright, so it looks like we have a little bit of a split in the decision here. Ellendar's looking for Hammer Cave. BGT is... I don't know. I guess, yeah, he's going to be looking for the grass tile, and after that, he's going to have to decide whether he wants to do Death Mountain, or P2, or whatever other palace they find. Because the raft's going to be in one of those locations, and they need that to proceed. But both of those are gambles. So it should be interesting to see which of these gambles pays off first, or at all. And you know what? What would be perhaps even more interesting if both of them are required somehow, like one of them leads to the flute or boots.
Yeah, and bentglasstube
being required.
Just got his thunder.
Yeah. And I think he'll be getting his kid pretty soon, picking him up from daycare.
Yeah. So what do you think the kid is going to lead to today?
Let's say reflect. I'll be generous.
Okay. So that they can actually do P4?
Yeah, I think kid's going to be MVP today.
Okay, so you don't think it's going to be Spell? Spell
could be MVP too. Because that could lead to an item in Nukusudo, and that item could be flute, which could be required. Or boots can be required. I love it when boots are required.
Oh, just found his child.
Alright. Oh, Ellendar checking all those initial cave locations and noping out. I'm not sure about this because he's already seen the other entrance of Death Mountain and there's nothing there. So that's the only way you can access Death Mountain. He's already gone that far in. I figure once you go for it like completely. But maybe he's figuring, okay, at least if I check a palace, I can do that palace and get that out of the way while I'm looking for my raft. That's probably the smart call, but I've got a good feeling about Death Mountain. But the smart choice is to do the palace first, because even if it's not... Well, maybe it's not the smart choice.
Okay, I'm going to hand it off to the pro, so I'll catch you later.
Subbing in Drossi in place of Norinato. Welcome to the race, Drossi.
Hi there, thanks.
What is up, Mr. Drossi?
Well, I guess I need to get caught up on the last 20 minutes. Other than that, I'm excited about this race.
Well, they're pretty much in the same spot now. They both have Thunder, the Child, the Glove, and a bunch of other random stuff they don't need. And
Did the child get them Thunder, or they may or may not get the child?
I'm sorry?
Did the child get Thunder, or do we not know what the child
Oh, no. So that's all they have. So they couldn't have turned in Darunia yet. The Child of Darunia yet.
Oh, they don't have a raft, so they can't have Darunia. Duh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they are indeed looking for the raft. It could be in one of the palaces, or it could be in Death Mountain. And Death Mountain has only one viable entrance. The other entrance is just a dead end. Although we do know Ellendar checked the easy entrances in Death Mountain, and there was nothing in those easy entrances, and then he up an 8 from there. Ooh, nice. It went down to 64 at level 2. Thought it started at 79, which is pretty good, which is castable. Oh, but yeah, 64 at level 2, that's awesome.
So castable without any extra containers.
Right. That's as cheap as it gets at, like, Magic 8 in vanilla, right? Or maybe it only goes to, like, 90? I don't know.
Yeah, no, 64 at Magic 8 vanilla.
Yeah.
It takes half your magic, so you have all the container.
Yeah.
Basically, the way I always thought of it was, if you use anything else, you can't use light.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's probably the way it should be. Oh, yeah, so 100 at 7 and 64 at 8. Now, since it's already at 64, I'm not sure it's going to get any cheaper, but it would be cool if it did. I think Thunder tends to only reduce in price once or twice, right?
I'm not sure what happens when it reduces it. I'm not used to seeing it reduce like this so early.
Let's see if by the end of the game it gets any cheaper at all.
I have to imagine it'll reduce again. Like, it would be kind of anticlimactic to be 64 at level 2 and then 64 still at level 8.
It would be. That's for sure. It's a little bit disappointing when you're in a situation like that. So Ellendar's going back into Death Mountain, and he's gonna go for it. He's gonna do the DM dig. I'm hyped for this. We haven't seen enough Death Mountain.
2 items in there, right?
He can only get one of them unless he gets a hammer.
Oh, right, yeah. Sorry, I'm...
It's okay. I mean...
Mentally catch up, right. Usually they go into Death Mountain when they already have the hammer.
Right, no boots either on these guys. So, it's a bit of a gamble.
Yeah, so if anything is... Any of the caves are boots locked, that could be a problem, too.
Yeah, and even if they aren't, it'll slow him down. But I have a good feeling about it. Meanwhile, BTT's exploring P2, which is a good call. It's the smart call, because you're checking for items and doing the boss at more or less the same time. I mean, I know you don't head in the same direction to get the item as beat the boss in P2, but at least you're in the same place.
Well, you don't have to worry about the glove block.
Yeah. Yeah, since they got the glove, they're pretty good on that. And we got a very disappointing dripper enemy, a 0 XP dripper enemy.
I prefer 100 XP drip enemies. Those are the good ones.
Yeah. I'd say that 500 is probably at least 2 or 3 times better than 0. That's, just my estimation.
I mean, I was fine with 100. I wouldn't even require 500.
I don't even bother for 100 unless I'm closer level, honestly. I don't mess with it unless it's 200 or higher, really. Unless it's like super easy and there's like just a bunch that happen to be on screen already and I'm close to level. Oh. Actually, I think it's P2 he's in, right? Maybe I mistook that. Oh, it's P5. My bad. Well, he got the item, and it was a heart. So, didn't quite pay off. Nice to have that heart.
More health earlier on to hurt.
Yeah, I would have liked it if he came across the boss and beat him with attack 2. Alright, here... Okay, if that one was P5, this one has to be P2.
That sure looks like P2.
Oh yeah, it smells like P2 also. It's just not the best thing. You know that helmet head? He does not take off his armor.
Yeah. And some of the iron knuckle, too, you know.
What is Ellendar doing? Why is he exploring Death Mountain, and then not exploring Death Mountain, and then exploring Death Mountain, not exploring Death Mountain, and then exploring Death Mountain? What? Go for it or don't! Oh no, no more keys, and he's found the item room. And he doesn't have fairy. This is out of logic. That's a good clue that Death Mountain is the way to go. He must realize that now. Because I wasn't even thinking about that. They don't have fairy or the key, and they've checked all the available item locations on the west. It has to be in Death Mountain. There's no way around it. It's probably a key.
Did I just see Kobold take 2 hits? Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
I've not ever seen that before.
At attack 2.
Wow.
And it's supposed to randomize him down to, like, a really low health, right? Well, it's supposed to randomize him down to the health of a bot. So, I guess attack 2 just sucks.
Well, I guess, right. Attack 2 can be plus or minus 50% in these flags, right?
Yeah. So Ellendar up an 8 out of Death Mountain and is coming back to Death Mountain, so this is his 3rd time in, but at least he realizes that it has to be Death Mountain. I don't know why my brain wasn't turning on before, but there's no other way. I mean, you could do out-of-logic stuff. I mean, it probably is, like the key or something, or the trophy leading to Fairy in Death Mountain, and in return, you know, you get the raft sometime after that, but it could be you just pick up the raft.
Out of curiosity, does logic expect the candle, or can logic allow for dark caves?
Logic does not care about the candle.
Okay. Yeah, I guess even in the vanilla game, like, you have to go through a dark cave to get the candle.
Right.
Oh, nice use of thunder. Mega.
Yeah, and BGT has picked up another item, so it's possible that this will lead him to the raft. Sorry, item. He picked up another key, so if he goes back to the item room and unlocks a door, he could luck into the raft. But he'll be if that is the case, then he will absolutely be missing out on the magic key or whatever leads to fairy. On the other hand, this could lead him to the magic key or the item that leads to fairy, and that's just not part of the logic. It's the cross. Dirty, dirty cross.
Do I care about the cross? Probably not.
Yeah. Honestly, I'd rather have even the candle than the cross. Because, I mean, the area where the invisible moles are most dangerous in is the lava encounters on the Eastern continent, and those are dark anyway, so even if you have the cross and you don't have the candle, you can only see them when they pass in front of the terrain. So, at least if you have the candle, you can see the normal enemies.
I find it interesting that developers made those dark, just in case you still haven't gotten the candle at that point in the game. Yeah,
it's great. A lot of people skip the candle in vanilla runs.
When they just cast spell a lot in the dark loft encounters.
Well, in this case, we got Thunder protecting our runners. And for those who are a little bit newer to the randomizer, Thunder actually clears projectiles too, so that's why Ellendar didn't take that axe to the face. Meanwhile, BGT's maybe catching on to the fact that he needs to go and and go do some Death Mountain stuff.
Yeah, was P4 or P6?
I didn't see. I know he's done P2 and P5.
Just saying P3 or P6. Okay.
Okay, so if he came across P3 or P6, that's the last. That's the last palace here. So, why is he up and Aang? He's seen everything else. He was right next to Death Mountain and P3 or P6, the only possible locations. I'm very confused, but this is how we'll proceed. He's looking for... Oh, you know, he might not have marked that he got the glove. He might have forgotten that he got the glove in the... Oh, my mistake. The trophy cave is what had the glove, not the magic container cave. He might be looking for magic container cave, but none of us have seen it.
And hoping it has the medicine, because I can tell by downward thrust that they've clearly found Mito, so...
Yeah. Well, it could have medicine, and that could lead to fairy or something. They're mostly trying to get the raft, though, at this point. It's looking for Dead Mountain.
I'm trying to think what else can particularly help them advance besides the raft at this point, fairy.
Those are, like the raft, the key, and the fairy. Those are the only things that can help them advance, actually. Oh, the hammer, actually. There's a hammer block cave.
Oh, okay.
And there's Spectral Rock. Oh, now... Ellendar gave up on Hammer Cave already. What? What are these guys doing? You gotta know. If there's no caves, then you know the palaces are out of logic. Oh, man. What's with these jokers? Oh, man. This is gonna be a long night.
Is there any provision for the runners, like, forfeiting simultaneously at the 2-hour arc or something?
There's no provisions. In fact, their families are being held hostage if they don't finish the race in time. They will have to see a bad movie. So
and I'm sure
the stakes are high.
I'm sure Ellendar is super excited about that cross too.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, he's going to get a lot of utility out of it here on the Western continent with no invisible enemies. You know. He's gonna love his heart container that he picks up in the other palace too.
But he's got to know Death Mountain is the play now too. I guess he has heart containers. He could try for that heart container.
Okay, so here's the thing. There is one other possibility that these guys haven't done. So they're looking for the magic container cave and the heart container cave. At least one of those is blocked by the hammer. Because we saw a hammer blocked cave. But they've been skipping out on all the graves. Oh wait, they can't use the graves because they don't have fairy. Forget it. Never mind. I was gonna say, you know, they just use the graveyard because I don't think they've seen the other side of the grave pass through. But without fairy, you can't do that. So.
And Ellendar just discovered, oh yeah, I don't have any keys for either P3 or P6, whichever one that happens to be.
Yeah, and unfortunately, they can't grind up rupees and buy some, so they could grind keys out of enemies, but it seems like a 1 out of 6 chance or a 1 out of 3 chance at best. So that would be, you know, in a routine like, and the number of enemies can randomize up or down. So that's like at least 20-something enemies, and at most like 40-something.
Yeah, I haven't seen a player get desperate enough to try to grind keys out of enemies.
Yeah, and I don't even remember if it was a drop from the large or small category there, so they probably don't remember.
Oh, we actually found Bagu in this and
Yep.
crossed Saria the normal way? You don't see that often.
Yeah, you can either go through there or you can go through Parappa Cave. Ellendar this is his 4th time in Death Mountain. He better stay for good this time until he finds Hammer Cave. 4th time. But at least he's doing this before P2. And I mean, you know, better 4 times than, you know, not having visited at all until just now. But BGT does enter Death Mountain at the 34-minute mark, or 34:38 or something. So he's starting his exploration, but he's got a lot of... he's going to check all these easy ones first, and he might know about after it's not any of the easy ones. Yeah, these guys have to go through these caves. The best strategy, because these guys want to find new areas that they haven't seen before. So the best strategy is to find an area like this, like you see on Ellendar's. One of these type of caves with the elevator, because they have 4 entrances, or 4 exits, however you want to think of it. So you can clear out one cave and like try 3 different things. Or you could be smart and do something that I haven't done and probably a lot of other racers haven't done. And you can like remember all the different caves in Death Mountain and like realize, oh yeah, this shaped cave with these enemies in this position. Okay, so I've seen this one before.
I've seen some runners do that. I'm always impressed when they do.
Oh yeah, there's some who can. Like for me, it's just like I'll kill things on the way through, and if it looks like the cave is empty, then I've probably been here before. But if you game over or leave Death Mountain, then they'll come back, so...
BGT has a bit of an advantage just with the attack level 3 here.
Yeah, he does, and he has an extra heart container too. Oh no, we've seen this area before. It's not going to lead him anywhere. So
no, I'm just kind of hoping he'll kill the Dorias and get the next level, but...
Yeah. And you know, without the camel, it's kind of hard to see if you've killed the enemies in the screen. That's another thing.
Well, except for the Dorias, which always seem to show up. I guess the red ones don't, just the orange ones.
Ellendar opening again? So he's going to have to enter a 5th time. Why? Oh, he game overed? I thought he only died once or twice. Okay.
No, he was down to 1. I was actually trying to figure out how many lives BGT had left now.
Well, at least bentglasstube picked up a key. If he picks up enough of those, he can try P3. It's possible that P3 has the raft out of logic and that the Death Mountain just leads to the raft somehow. But in that case, we'd be talking like we'd be talking about skipping out on ferry or something like that, which he wouldn't want to do. So it's really just best to finish Death Mountain. Here it is. BGT found it.
Yay!
Dead. Okay,
Oh.
but is this his first time through or second time? Because he's got 2 lives left still.
Well, that answers my question of how many lives he has left.
Oh yeah, there was... Sorry, about the magic key. Yeah, there was a hint that the magic key is in the east. You guys are right. So it's not going to be the magic key. It could be the trophy leading to Fairy, or the medicine leading to Fairy. Or it could be the hammer leading to some of those things. Or it could just be the raft. It's probably just the raft. That's the simplest solution. Or it could be boots. It could be boots leading to a little cove. Oh, nice. Ellendar finding Hammer Cave as well. So this actually puts the racers pretty close to each other because other than the fact that it doesn't matter that Ellendar spent more time exploring Death Mountain because most of BGT's time was wasted too. So, oh, there's the raft. Cool.
Yay!
Oh, Ellendar almost got a level. He's actually going to go get it. So, if that was from a Mew, he might as well just go back and kill that Mew again because that'll respawn. But he's going to keep walking.
He is getting close to that level.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Oh. Yeah, Ellendar is just gonna up and out of here once he gets the raft. Yes, he's definitely getting experience, like I said.
Inching ever so much
Lightning.
closer.
But it's just life 4. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, but
You can just like ask one of the townspeople for life 4, and they'll give it to you because it's so worthless. Actually, I like life 4, but it's cheap.
I mean,
All
they're
right.
dying so rapidly. I'm not going to complain about Life 4.
So look how close these guys are to each other. After all of that hustle and bustle, they're within, I don't know, 10 or 20 seconds of each other? Probably within 10 seconds of each other. Yeah, no, within like 3 seconds.
BGT have an extra life container and a
Right.
couple of extra levels,
That's
which
right,
could
yeah.
come handy.
Especially since they're going east now. I'd say that the attack level is much more important than that extra container, but the extra container does not hurt. Yeah, and BGT just expanded that 2-second lead into a 20-second lead because Ellendar got 2 encounters and took an axe to the face. Here we see P4. Nice little green palace here. He's going to be up and A after taking some notes. This is Ellendar's chance to pull ahead. Little does he know that just that couple seconds is all they needed. Okay, cross coming into play. Don't buy it. No, save it for the attack. Good. I would have blown my gasket if he bought attack. Sorry, if he bought life. And was like, I don't need attack
well, what you were saying. I mean, yeah, especially given how weak Attack 2 seems to be in this seed.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's gonna want to cast Thunder. Oh, doesn't matter. Okay, so that 500-point PX is gonna disappear pretty soon. Let's just hope everything turns out okay. Where are those MOAs? Oh, good. The spider's invulnerable. Oh no! Oh!
All the enemies to be invulnerable. Spider, really? Dealer, I guess we want to call it.
CRCS a cannon would have been nice. Oh man, that's a big knock to Ellendar. He's going to be knocked like 3 or 4 minutes behind BGT at this point. Especially considering all the time.
I was just going to say that with those 2 500-point bags, BGT is most of the way back 4 for as long as he doesn't bite the dust.
Yeah, that's good stuff. And poor Ellendar can't go back and get that 500-point P-bag anymore. That's a thing of the past now. BGT's on a roll, though. Ellendar's got to find some way to increase his attack. You can't really do this game with attack 2, unless you're like Unos or something. I mean, you can, you just can't do it very fast. I'm sure RCS is going to take the opportunity to say, I can do it. And yeah, you can. I know you can, buddy.
I blinked and I missed that third 500-point P-bag.
Oh yeah, that's one of the reasons you want to go to this continent. What I'm curious about is why BGT is checking through Valley of Death. He doesn't have any way to open doors yet. He's gonna go through this whole valley. Okay, thank you, BGT. Oh, these guys. I guess he did hear me.
He has no shortage of places to check. They haven't found Maze Island yet.
Yeah, there's Maze Island, that's a good one. New Kasuto can be nice, although they only have 5 magic containers, and they don't have spells, so it's very unlikely they'll get items.
Well, I guess there's a 1 in 3 chance that 5 maintainers is enough to get them an item, right?
Yeah, 1 in 3 for 5, and it's possible that they'll get spell there. One go. Not terribly likely, but it could happen. Now, there's only 2 caves that contain items on the east. Unlike the west, where most of the caves are item-containing caves, on the east, there's pretty much garbage and pass-through caves. Lots of pass-through caves. And that can be one of the worst parts about the east, is because with all those pass-through caves, you often end up in situations where you have to like pick some magic pass-through cave to go through there.
I can think of 4 pass-through caves in the east, or more. Am I miscounting?
Yeah, there's like 4, but it's a pair, so it's like 8 caves.
Oh, true. Entrances.
So it's like 1 million, basically. 1 billion. Here's a pass-through cave now on both player sides. And BGT's gonna get his butt kicked by this Lizalfos. And I don't think there's any way to stop that except for casting Thunder, which he had. Yeah, okay, so on Ellendar's side, you can see that there was an enemy there. You can see from where their feet are. And the enemies that can throw projectiles are actually a little bit smart, because they'll back up from you more than the enemies with melee attacks do. The ones with melee attacks try to get to a certain distance that's close to you, and they try to stay there. The ones
By the way, sorry. Good. Oh, I was just going to say, you didn't get like super excited about Ellendar taking Life 4.
It's fine. Oh, look at this. They're tied again. They're literally like on the same frame. Yep. That's a high five if I ever saw one. What is going on? Oh no! Ellendar's losing it. He's lost the lead. It's all over, guys. You got magic. You got magic from the old lady. Oh, but you know what? BGT missed the thirsty lady. I don't know. He wanted to talk to the granny instead, but the granny doesn't have anything to say, so...
I've never understood why the thirsty lady can't run 20 feet at the wall.
Well... You wouldn't either, if there was so much...
I mean, she spends so much pacing around.
Yeah, she does. But think about it like this: with all this swamp and all these graves, look at all those graves. What kind of freaky ass disease do you think they might have? These guys. I'm grateful they're still alive. Okay, nice. We got the
and she will trust no one short of Link to draw that water.
Exactly. You can't trust that to just the old granny. I mean, old granny probably can't even see where the well is. Like, you gotta trust the hero for something like that. I think we're approaching the explanation here. Okay. BGT picking up Magic 4. That's cool. It's gonna make it a little bit difficult to level up, but not too bad. And Ellendar getting the boots. Things are starting to come into swing now. With the boots and the hammer, that makes, well, there's at least 2 caves that they haven't seen in the west that they can get to now. And they can get to Spectral Rock. So there's a decent chance that there's something required there, since that's 3 item locations. I'd like to see it. Although, to be honest, let's see, what else could be required? Oh, wow, game over from BGT, not getting those boots. Oops. That could be bad. Because...
Unless he thinks to go back for them immediately.
I'm sure he will, but...
Meanwhile,
it would be more
Ellendar is...
if he had him.
Okay, well, I guess Maison's boots locked.
Yeah, it looks that way. And we got the trophy. If BGT had just survived another minute or so, he could have got the boots and then got the trophy. And then when he died, he could have turned in the boots and
you mean
checked
turned
for
in
that,
the trophy?
Yeah, no, he's got his receipt from the Nike store still, so. So he, it didn't fit. They gave him 2 lefts, and what are you gonna do with that, right?
I'm curious what we're going to find on Maze Island now.
A maze. Did you
That
like
didn't really
one?
satisfy my curiosity.
Did it satisfy anything?
No.
No? Shit.
What's with the levers in the air, by the way?
Well, the enemies are randomized, right? And so I'm assuming the randomizer takes a starting position. No, I got a boost from Shadowfix. Come on, buddy, that was good. That was golden. anyway, and I like it how Norinato was approving of my joke. Okay, so the levers in the air. The enemies are randomized, right? It just swaps out the enemy. It sees a ground enemy, and it says, okay, I'll put a ground enemy where that ground enemy was.
And I guess spawns in the same place as the short of it.
Except gravity doesn't affect levers because they're only supposed to spawn in deserts and stuff, right? Flat areas?
Right.
So the Lizalfos, or the Tektites, or whatever, they're affected by gravity, but the levers aren't.
Ellendar isn't even curious what else that is. I'm curious what else that is.
Yeah, that's a good point. If he found out it was GP, then once he gets to Maze Island, he could up an A or whatever. But we'll see what happens. Because he would have so much other stuff he could do on the west with all his newly gotten gains. It's probably P1 or GP, one of those two. That's my guess. There's a candle. Boo.
So unexciting that we won't be seeing Ellendar struggle through dark rooms now.
Hey! How did Lightning know that he got the magic key first? Maybe my stream is behind. Oh, right. Of course. We've seen all the other locations. No, but we haven't, actually. Because the New Kasuto are technically also in the east. But is a good guess.
So Kasuto has just become taboo. Speaking of which, here's old
we
Kasuto.
Don't talk it. Cool. We getting Reflect. Just looking for Fairy now, and technically Fairy's not always required. So maybe they're okay without it.
Okay, so 4 is now totally doable.
Yeah, 4 is completely doable. Magic Key, Reflect. Yeah, you good. You good. Ellendar, you gotta find that shit, man. Go get it. Wait, did we see what palace that was in Maze Island, or did he up an A or something?
If he checked it, I missed it.
Anyone in chat see what palace is in Maze Island? Oh, is he back in West? He game overed. That's disappointing. Well, he can turn in his trophy. Oh yeah. Okay, so they're actually go for it.
Oh, I was just gonna say BGT can finally turn in the kid.
PGT over there. He's cheering himself on because he got the clip on the second try and it was really fast. I had to cheer for myself too. All right, so I was being stupid. There are actually 2 boulder block caves. We just saw one of them, and there's another one. So Ellendar can get to both of those caves now. If it turns out that one of those is the flute, or medicine or something, it'll be worth it. Otherwise, I'm not seeing it as being valuable. The more items that get found, the less likely those items are going to be valuable. What about when you have to face him in single combat, Lightning? Alright, pick up the spell. That's nice. They just need to find Nukasudo now. And they got the kid, so he's going to be turning this in. Oh, flute, hey? That's one of the best items they can get at this point in the race, although we don't know. I don't think we've seen Three-Eyed Rock yet, so it might not be required. He must have checked the other location.
We haven't seen the River Devil yet, so we don't know what he's blocking, if he's blocking anything.
Yeah. I want to see a day where the River Devil just spawns inside Valley of Death. Like, what are you going to do now? Huh? I'm useful every time. Go home.
So BGG never did pick up the boots. I wonder if he'll go back for those.
Oh, does he not have those? Oh boy, yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, remember him going back for the boots after that game, or I just checked, and at least Lightning didn't think he picked up the boots. I'll trust Lightning.
Yeah, he did game over before he got them. Oh,
Yeah,
there's Nukasudo.
The question... Right. He over. The question was, did he ever go back for them? And I couldn't remember. And
It's not yet, but he's working on some other stuff now. I think we've probably seen all the hints by now. There's only 4. I know we've seen at least 3.
Well, 5 magic containers was not enough for the Kasudo item.
Yeah, but he might be getting a magic container inside the World Boner.
True. And there's a spell.
Yes, let's see. Oh, it's fairy.
Finally.
Nice. Alright, we've seen all the useful items in the game. Nothing else that any of the racers could ever find will be useful. I mean, required.
I'd
sure
like
they'd
more
still love-
magic containers if I were one of the racers.
Yeah, but, I mean, Thunder's already 64, so... So, it's gonna be garbage inside this World Boner. Yeah, but I would like a magic container, too. Oh, it's medicine. That is actually unfortunate for him. Wait, no, it's not. He knows there's nothing there. He's got all the spells. I was gonna say it might trick him into checking Mito, but no, he's got all the spells.
Well, we know what fire is paired with. It could be a cheap way to cast something.
It's not worth it. It's not worth the time, though.
Because fire is literally the only thing we haven't picked up. That's big thing in Mito, right?
Yeah, it's not Thunder. It's probably Fairy. They haven't cast Shield yet either, have they?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, but it's definitely not Thunder, so... If I knew it was Thunder, then yeah, maybe I would pick it up. Sweet, Ellendar getting his Reflect. He's feeling a little bit better. He's just got to find his new Kasudo. I wonder if this race is going to come down to who gets upstab and who doesn't.
I just realized we're even on levels, too.
Yeah, they're even there. Which is a very even race. Yeah. Said this was going to be a long night, Norinato. BGT deciding he wants a pet scorpion no matter what the cost. I think. Maybe if I saw a scorpion that could shoot fireballs out of its tail, I might feel the same way. Ellendar not getting upstabbed. This could be a bad thing later on. We'll have to see. Yep, this could be a 2-hour race. Especially if, like, upstep is required and, like, Ellendar goes all the way back and decides to finish after BGT completes the game or something.
So as I recall, Maze Island is boots locked, right?
Oh, yeah, good point.
So BGT does still need the boots.
That's definitely factual. I'm sure he's going to come across them, though. It was in this cave, right?
Think so? Yeah.
I'm not sure what Ellendar is doing right now, though. Guess trying to go to a palace. Are we... Yes! No! Go back in! You're ready. Oh, he needs a key. Where was that key? He doesn't have fairy or the key yet, so... I guess he can't go in yet.
Well, he should be able to find Nuke Pseudo.
He should be able to. I kind of want him to find the key, though, because if he doesn't have the key, he's going to be at a serious disadvantage to BGT. But that's not what he's going to find, because he's going to go in here, he's going to get fairy, and he's just going to start doing stuff. Yeah, I thought it was around there, too, Lightning. He just kind of, you know, missed it. That could be bad. It's not necessarily rip. But I'm going to say it's probably going to cost him a few minutes. At least. All those death abuses he's going to have to do. All the times, you know, he's not going to have enough magic. Could
So
be bad.
BGT doesn't really need more items, most likely, so hopefully he'll show us what this is.
Oh, we got some nice fairy feet going on from BGT. And it's GP.
Naturally.
And,
I feel like half the time GP is on Maze Island.
It does feel like that, doesn't it? Alright, Ellendar.
And BGT
He's
is
gonna
continuing
start
to search, so I'm guessing he'll get his candle while he's here.
Yeah, I think so. He's still looking for... He's potentially still looking for Flute. Until he finds the Flute, he might continue to search. Or if he took count of how many palaces that he's seen, he might be groovy with that. Because if he's already counted 8 palaces, 6 palaces, then you don't need the Flute. That's right, Alan Halfway. That's where
Yes,
we're at.
I think we did have a celebration for the hour mark, didn't we?
But people are finally going in. BGT, I'd say, has an advantage now because he has the any key, and he also has upstab, whereas Ellendar skipped upstab and does not have the any key. He just kind of passed by the cave it was in. Hopefully, you know, I would say hopefully he realizes that he missed one of the caves, but from his perspective, there's still a lot of places where the magic key could be. You know, sure, it could be in that last cave, but it could also be in any of the 6 palaces. Except for the ones they've already checked. Alright, BGT finding the item room. Oh, no. Not the item room. Key room, whatever. Yeah, speaking of turning it up to 9, the guy who was on duty to drop blocks on Link was on point today. Doing a good job. Give him a raise. Meanwhile, Ellendar, seeing where this River Devil is blocking, I'm curious too. He might be looking for that last cave that he missed. Oh, it just leads to Maze Island.
Oh, so it boots or Flute to get to Maze Island. Interesting.
Yeah, that's cool.
Do we know if that swamp south of the Maze Island Bridge goes anywhere?
Nah, I don't think it does. Already, that's one dead helmet ad. We got a boss down. No, don't get the life level. You're fine. I'm gonna put my head up. I guess he gets more levels in the short term this way. I guess. Alright, Ellendar finding his last item in Maze Island. Hoping it's the key. It won't be. I guess, Schmitty. I guess. I would have maybe... I don't know. Life levels just get in the way. I think, you know, I probably would have done it too. Just because whatever. But I mean... These guys aren't doing too great on levels right now. I guess I still have a lot of gems to place.
Okay, so we're gonna see whether this is 3 or 6.
Yeah, we will. It's 3.
Well, that's not a bad thing at these levels.
Oh no, 3's great. I love
Take
3.
down Rebo.
Oh! What did he do? Okay, cool. That was a cool thing. And he's thinking about it. He's doing it. 500 pays off. Yeah, that's true. I wouldn't have magic 4 and life 4 there. So I guess the situation would have been different, Lightning.
So were you disappointed in the block dropping guy in Palace 3?
A little bit, yeah. He's not doing his job nearly as well as the guy in P2. I mean, not everyone can be Employee of the Month, I realize that, but you gotta give it your all, you know?
Well, I don't know. I always liked the P2/P5 block drop room better than the P3 one.
Alright, here we go. Yeah, Ellendar apparently did say F it, and I don't need to find that last cave or whatever. Even though he kind of passed by it a whole bunch of times without realizing. But hey. You'll probably be fine. Maybe. I mean, you gotta feel like you're behind. 107 in and no gems placed. There are people who enter GP at times like this, or earlier.
Well, I mean, in the vanilla, you can pretty easily enter GP around then.
Yeah. Well, I guess it depends on, you know, what rules you're going by.
Yeah.
Ah, man. PGT might be really wishing he got one of those P bags. Because if this Rebo rolls down in experience, he's gonna be like 3 experience away from his next level. Oh, he might lose though. No, he's got life. Still, his rhythm's a little bit rusty right now, but he's only got to get one more hit. There we go. What's he gonna do if it's 200? Ah! He's gonna cry.
Yeah, I don't know why he, like, going Rebo 100 short would have made sense. Going into Bo 300 shorts, kinda,
Yeah.
you know. So he's effectively burning the crystal.
Yeah, it's basically burning it.
For all that, you know, getting 2 levels at the end of P2.
Yeah, I mean, it would have only taken a second to pick up that extra P bag that was just lying on the floor. But whatever. They'll be fine.
Maybe it was only a 50-point P bag or something.
Helmet Head's worth more than Rebanak, that's fun. Well, hold on. I said that they'll be fine. But, you know, we are at 109. I tease these guys, but they're better than me. They'll beat me any day of the week.
Well, let's see. 4 more crystals left to... So, absolute worst case scenario, we finish this in 6-6.
Yeah, of course. Well, no, I mean, they're not going to get levels evenly. But... Oh, wait. No, never mind. Sorry, I misheard part of you, so...
Sorry, 6-6, and if you want me to say it in order. Because we know how much these runners like taking life levels.
Oh, yeah. That's true, Lightning. Ferry's a faster way to get across that bridge. I think, at this point, you should be thinking about how to cut every single second. And also get levels. I don't know. Ah, there's that cave that he doesn't need to explore. So there he goes. He's shaving his seconds. He could have gone in that cave. The one that he searched for so desperately earlier, hoping that he could get into, that he wouldn't have to do Death Mountain. Alright. So Ellendar is working on P3. BGT is working on P5. This is going to be a tough palace to finish with attack 4. But he does have a life spell. And I think the shield spell too, maybe? Yeah, I know, Schmitty. But I still like to gripe. Okay. You guys know I like to complain, right? I like to talk smack. Oh, Ellendar. I think he's... yeah. Sometimes I do this too. Sometimes you get into the mindset that, you know, you should be able to take on a red Iron Knuckle the same way you take on a blue Iron Knuckle, but they react to you differently, so it's a lot harder to jackhammer a red Iron Knuckle. Dead end for BGT. Yeah, that's true, Schmitty. It's because those blue ones have to carry all those knives. And the red and orange, they just need one sword. I mean, infinity knives has to weigh more than one sword, right? Alright, we're going through the pass-through in P5. Hopefully Boss Kuma is pretty shortly after there. Unfortunately, Ellendar is running up against the wall here, in a manner of speaking, because he can only cast Fairy, I think, 3 times, maybe twice, per life. And so if he gets killed when he doesn't want to be killed... Oh no, he should actually take the stealth, but... yeah, okay, he realizes it.
I was noticing he has every checkable item and spell except for the magic key now.
Yeah, he does. But you wait. Oh, it's gonna spend some jump magic there. Okay, but we know he's on track to the boss. And that's the funny thing, he's gonna pick up these P bags and they're not gonna make a difference. Unless that's like a 500 point P bag in there.
No.
Nope.
Oh, and he has to remember all his key dives and everything. Wonder how many points Skooma will be today.
I want him to roll down for some reason. Let's say 300. Can he go to 300?
He's normally 7, yes.
So he can do 300.
Either way, right?
Yeah. So yeah, 300 would be the lowest roll down. And it's actually 301, and it just says 300, but whatever.
I wasn't aware of that. Why is that the case?
I have no idea.
And what happens if Guma rolls up 2? Because they're 2 levels up, does it just count at 1,000?
I guess so. Oh,
Another
what? BGTY. Let's try to show off. Didn't work. Sorry, BGT. I appreciate it, though. Go back. Yeah, it was not even a key up there. Oh no, it's a dead end. Shit. Alright, Ellendar ferrying his way through Saria this time. What's that?
That always drove me crazy, the sheer number of dead ends in the later palaces.
P4, I think so. Oh, BGT. Look at, buddy, you have 582. You might be sorry you didn't pick that up. You might miss out on another level again.
Well, we've determined that he's, like, set on finishing at 667, right?
Yeah, well, or 567 or something. I don't think... You might not be able to get 667. It might be like...
You think it would be 568 before 67?
It could.
Or I guess 577, potentially.
Yeah. Dashy Swag wants 666, and, you know, we saw that the other day.
It happens.
I think Schmitty got that.
How did BGT forget where the exit was?
True enough, Schmitty. We've had those. He says we've all had those seeds where Life 9 was cheaper than Attack 5. That's harsh, and that's where you would kick yourself for picking up life levels. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. So, pretty much full clearing this P5. Ellendar deciding to go for the key in this room, which makes sense. Although I don't think this actually... I think there's a room here that doesn't have a key. Okay, this one does have it. Well, when you don't have the magic key, you do what you gotta do.
Yeah, you can only cast Fairy so many times.
Yeah, and there are a lot of doors. So, with this in mind, Ellendar might actually want to be focusing on magic levels. Looks like...
Casting Fairy.
Don't cast Fairy when you're on a boss. Oof. Oh my god, Guma. Calm down, buddy. Yeah, so attacks hurt you instantly. They deal that much damage in one go, and recovery happens over time. So even if you cast life, and it would bring you up to, say, 3 bars or 4 bars, if you're only at, you know, like a bar and a half and you take 2 bars of damage, it'll kill you, even if you already cast life. Which, I mean...
Yeah, I've seen that happen.
Yeah, every racer knows that, but not necessarily every player does. So if there's like someone who does a lot of ZSR stuff, and they've never played Zelda 2, you know, I wouldn't know who that is. They might want to keep that in mind.
Come on, BGT, you can get Guma.
If he can't, then That gives Ellendar a chance to, like, legit catch up. It's doing the safest of the safe strats, except not anymore.
Yeah, and Big Daddy Goom also has a lot of HP today.
Alright, so Ellendar, I think, is only a minute or two behind bentglasstube now, assuming Ellendar heads in the right direction. And assuming he doesn't die. Ellendar has shield too. BGT doesn't. Is that what we're saying? Oh gosh. But there's the whole key situation for poor Ellendar.
Yeah, because Shield was the trophy turn in Naruto.
Gotcha. Well, he's got his lives back, so he's heading left. Good stuff. Would it be beneficial for BGT to farm an attack level? I think it's a little late at this point. They've taken too many life levels to really do that effectively. And magic is also kind of a pain. But farming to get to attack 5 might not be a great idea. No, the drippers actually, Schmitty, are like, they're 0 experience. They're 0 experience enemies. Right?
Guma is really massive today.
Oh yeah, Guma's doing his job.
Very little margin for error.
It's probably the same today as it was yesterday, but... Oh man! BGT cannot take another hit on this life. And Ellendar's in the boss room. Are we gonna see Ellendar catch up and get through this before BGT? Because BGT's got to be doing this very carefully, and he is.
Hey, he finally took Guma's life bar down. I mean, that's better than his last couple of tries.
Right. The thing about save strats... Oh, they're both using save strats.
That's the other thing, that Guma always seems to roll high HP in these randomizers.
Yeah, it does seem that way. Well, here's the thing. Yeah, okay, that's what I'm saying. Lightning, like, they cast jump to make it safer, but I feel like this is actually more dangerous. And you're doing less damage, so I'm not sure why people use this strat, but... I feel like people cast jump because they think it makes it safer. Because it doesn't make you deal more damage, that's for sure.
Maybe because they think they can jump over Guma more easily?
Well, yeah, and like Lightning says, jump just makes better timing for not getting hit. That's what we call safe strats.
Well, and every so often, if you pile drive enough, you might get a hit in Guma.
You gotta do it very, like you mean with a down thrust? There's a very
Yeah.
specific way to do that, and jump would actually make that really hard. You gotta come in at like a 45-degree angle, and so jump, you'd be falling too steeply to do it. There we go, BGT did it. And it looks like Ellendar is going to be right behind him. Oh gosh. Okay, there we go. So unfortunately BGT had a bit of a lead, but he's only got like 10 seconds of a lead right now. Did he burn the gem? Did I see that? No, he did. We got attack 5. And so did Ellendar.
Yay!
Yeah, I agree with what Shmini said. If you want to aggressively attack Boss Guma, then just time your jumps right, and you'll get way more hits. If you start casting jump, then you're just gonna slow your attacks down like a lot. I could see maybe someone landing with a crouching stab and then like crouch stabbing as they jump up to maybe improve their DPS a little bit, but it would still be less than normal aggressive strats. Alright, so Ellendar is going to be... BGT is going to pick up some time here because Ellendar is checking the item room because he's hoping it is... Well, he got a magic container, that's something. He was hoping it was a magic key, probably, but magic container is pretty good. It's a good thing for him to pick up.
Maybe he'll go back to New Kasuto and show us what's in there.
I don't think he will. BGT is probably heading in the right direction.
Where was the other magic container that he got that BGT didn't?
Right here.
No, besides this one.
Oh, I don't know.
Because I'm just noticing he now has 7.
Maybe it's in one of the hammer block caves or something. Alright, so BGT taking the strats that Trails taught me a couple weeks ago and falling to the bottom of the hole, because that's very likely to lead to the boss. I don't think Ellendar has come across the hole yet, so he hasn't had an opportunity to do that, so he's gonna be losing some time here. Yeah, that's a chump of a boss. That is absolutely correct. Some people will like slash or turn around or whatever, and they make the boss look complicated. It's really not. You just crouch in the corner. Oh, hey, Ellendar found his way to where the boss is going to be. Just take the death. You need it for your magic anyway. He's found his way to where the boss is going to be just by a different route, so this is working out for him. So he'll be finished with this pal soon. So we did lose some time compared to BGT, but he's still within striking distance. That said, BGT does have upstab, so if we see an upset in GP, it's not going to be in Ellendar's favor. What's that?
I was just about to say, I guess this is P1 here?
Oh yeah, it's definitely P1. Now, I think some small changes could be made to Karak to actually make him a decent fight. Like, just give him like a sine wave pattern and have him like teleport and like be moving around when he teleports. That would be hard, actually.
Well, you can always get unlucky and have him land teleports enough times. But yeah, other than that, it's kind of hard to lose to him.
Yeah. Why not a saw wave? I don't know what a saw wave is, but yeah. Oh, instead of a sine wave? Okay.
Yeah, just, it goes zigzag, zigzag.
So like diagonals? That could work.
Right.
Well, I think sine wave would be better because it's a little bit less predictable. Well, it's exactly as predictable, but you know what I mean.
Well, sine wave is how those heads move.
Yeah. Oh, Ellendar is messing up his fairy feet here. It's a hard trick to get. I'm not very good at it. Oh, but he gets it on the 4th time. Unfortunately, fairy's pretty dang cheap right now at Magic 6. And that's what's keeping him in this race.
And he can always just A once he hits the palace.
Yeah, FDS Karak might disappear faster, but I don't think that makes him a fundamentally harder boss. It just means that he takes longer to kill because of random chance. Yeah, exactly. I guess you could say it makes him a more annoying boss. Ellendar could take the time to search for the item here, but hopefully he doesn't, because although it's tempting to find the item in P1, he's only got P6 left, and he's, you know, Fairy's pretty good. And he's probably going to cast it here, just to force his way through this encounter. And this is, yeah, that's a dead end, so he's going to up an A and head back to where BGT's heading. So these guys have been high-fiving pretty much the whole last 20 minutes of the game.
Yeah, the question is, once they hit P6, is the magic key going to be an advantage for BGT, or is the fact that Fairy's so cheap going to pretty well even it out?
I think if it was going to have an impact, it probably made it already. I mean, P6 is a big palace, but it actually, bentglasstube might be in a little bit of trouble because he has so many fewer magic containers. When he gets the fairy hole in P6, he might be out of magic at that time. But you know, at the same time, he's not going to have to ferry through doors, so we'll have to see what happens. Yeah, P6 can be very randomized. It can have some very nasty loops and stuff, so we'll have to see what happens. But wait, Ellendar didn't check to see what palace was in Maze Island, did he? If he goes to Maze Island after this to see if it's P6, that's going to cost him some serious time. He saw it? Okay, that's good. Because I know he skipped looking at it for a long time. Yeah, 666 is done. Sorry. It doesn't happen too often. I guess it kind of does. Whatever.
Yeah, well, I mean, he could have passed on the life level to get the attack level. They weren't too far apart.
It probably would be smart. I hope that Ellendar does. That could help him make up some time. He's gonna take the level. That's a shame. Yeah, it was only like 700 experience. He could have made that. He didn't have any deaths on that continue, so he could have fairy feeded his way through here, picked up another 700 experience, and got attack 6 instead of life 7. But these guys like their life levels, so.
Or maybe they're superstitious about 666.
I don't know, Schmitty. They're going straight to another palace. Sorry, Schmitty's talking in chat. I'm sorry about that. So Schmitty was saying 700 is too far away with a trip through VOD in front of you. I don't know about that. Because if you know you're going to another palace... So, Drossi, BGT is definitely in the lead. Do you think Ellendar has it in him to make a comeback here?
Well, we haven't found P6, have we?
Yeah. BGT's in it right now.
Oh. Sorry, I blinked and missed it. Okay, so...
And Ellendar's here too. I think Ellendar just picked up some time, because he was a little bit further behind than this.
Well, then it's a matter of whoever can find Arba first. And the Greek equalizer known as Great Palace.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna say BGT's gonna win it, because he has upstab.
I mean, I think all things being equal, I would give BGT the edge, but You never know with all the different routes through P6 and Great Palace.
Absolutely. And we have the two trolliest levels right here. That was a rude jar. I thought it stopped on the ledge and then it just fell down.
Well, it teetered on the brink, you know?
It's those advanced NES physics at work. Oh yeah, the overworld is randomized in this one. I don't think you'll see that in any other Zelda randomizer right now. I could see them doing it in Zelda 1 randomizer though. Maybe one day. Alright, so, fairy hole, fairy hole. Yeah, I've seen the overworld randomizer for Link to the Past. It's, maybe I haven't, I don't know. Well, maybe I'll have to take a better look sometime. Oh, a dead end for BGT. So this fairy hole is a bust. Yeah.
And you were the one dropping down holes over.
Well, they haven't dropped all the way down. And it's more of a P4 thing. It happens sometimes in P6 too, but more often in P4. Now this room right here that BTT is in, it's a potential glove block. Depending on what kind of room you drop into it from, you can get glove locked in this direction. And so it's like, it's only in one direction, it's only if you drop into it from certain directions, sorry, from certain other rooms. So it's almost never a block, but it can be. Oh! Okay, cool. So they are both in the same room, and Ellendar is only about 2 or 3 seconds behind.
And the Canada jump.
Yep. Shield, jump helps with that. And Ellendar actually had a key on his person at the time. But he's gonna have to use some of his precious magic now. And looks like BGT is heading in the right direction. This mini-boss encounter with Rebanak, it tends to block off either the item, which I guess they haven't seen the item yet, so it could be that. It either blocks off the item... oh, wow. Ellendar is pulling ahead because BGT missed the positioning on the quick kill. Alright, so for the first time in God knows how long, Ellendar is ahead. And here's the boss.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
that surprised me because I thought it was going to come down to rapping, not like Ebo fights.
Right? Oh, Ellendar entered the room inappropriately, and Barb appeared in the wrong place, and then he whiffed on his attacks, and then he died in lava. So BGT's in the lead again. Okay, so what I meant by he entered it improperly is Barb appears in a random lava hole, but if you do not press left at all, if you only press right or don't press the direction on the D-pad when you're entering the room and getting the encounter to start, he will always, or she will always appear on the right, and so you can always get like the maximum number of hits there. But Ellendar must have pressed left on the D-pad at some point. Yeah. Yep, BGT picked up the lead again. So Lightning, your favorite, is in the lead again. What are you going to have to do if you fight him, Lightning? You're not out of this yet, are you? One attack only. Alright. That's a good attack 5. They finished off Barbara pretty quickly. Picked up 1,000 experience, not enough to do much. And BGT is heading back to Maze Island, which is
And
not...
I did say 667.
It's 6 something.
What do you thing? I mean, because life levels don't matter.
Now, was it impossible to get to Maze Island by heading right? I guess.
No, it's possible.
what?
You can. You have to use the boots or the flute to get there, but yeah, I think you can go all the way out right and use the boots. That was the normal way.
It looked like Ellendar was contemplating that, and I don't know what he's doing now, but I guess he's taken a long way. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe the way to enter Maze Island from above was from a different area. But I think they could have... Yeah, I think you're right, though. I think they could have just gone right and headed down across the coast.
Because when Ellendar first got there, I thought he just kind of went water and then down the coast.
Yeah. Okay, no. They were right. Yeah, because they're at that coast right now. So you basically go from like a middle area to like a lower area in the map, not from the top to the middle area. They're taking different routes to get there. Ellendar is going to be going through the River Devil. Bentglasstube is going to be using the boots. It's pretty much the same.
Bentglasstube doesn't have much choice. I'm kind of...
True.
I'm a little bit surprised that Ellendar... I guess because he can walk on the road for that distance.
Oh, Ellendar seems less comfortable with fairy feet by a great deal. So he's going to lose a couple more seconds here. Yeah, he's just going to have to go through it at this point. Oh, no, he gets it on the last attempt. Alright. Alright, so we got a separation of, what, like 40 seconds? 45? Maybe 50? So this is still a very close race. Anyone's game, really, but Bentglasstube with the upstab and Ellendar with the shield spell. So they both have different advantages going into this. I like having the upstab personally because it helps with not just the upstab block, but it also helps you getting your way through the waffle rooms. These ones right here. And it helps with the focus. And also, it helps prevent you from getting slimes dropped on your head.
Giant slimes.
Yeah. I want waffles too. I got maple syrup, but no waffles. That's a sad story.
Now you're making me hungry. At 1 in the morning.
I can eat waffles any damn time of the day. I don't care. I love waffles. Especially when they're crisp on the outside and just totally fluffy on the inside. That's the best. Sometimes people make them so they're all rubbery and floppy, and I'm not about that. I mean, I'll eat them because they're still waffles, but...
You know, it's fun. I consider Waffle House to be kind of a delicacy when I'm south. We don't have them up. Whenever I go to the south, I have to swing by Waffle House.
Is there a place called the Waffle House? Oh, wow! They both got to Thunderbird, like, real close to each other. I thought Ellendar was room behind, but, Oh, no magic for Ellendar.
Yeah, how did Ellendar catch up?
I don't know. Magic, I guess. Oh, BTT died in a room, I guess. That's why he had magic and Ellendar didn't.
Well, Ellendar remedied that pretty quickly.
Yep. Oh, that Life 7 is working. Oh no, now the jump strats, really. Can you tell I don't like jump strats on this boss?
I don't know, that was the only ever remote prayer against him as a kid.
Yeah, his DPS has gone down since doing jump, but he is doing it well. I think he's gonna get a miss. Nope. Okay. All right, there we go. They both have about the same amount of life and magic, although Fairy is here to save the day. Ellendar might actually be able to catch up if he avoids the Fairy. I don't think he's going to, though. Actually, no, he wouldn't catch up from avoiding the Fairy, but it would save a lot of time. I mean, not a lot, but enough to put him closer. Yep. We're going to take a pit stop here, get some fairy juice.
That's too bad. Ellendar could have gained time on BGT if he were more confident. Not that I would ever be that confident, but...
Yeah, I remember when Schmitty first started, he tried to do the jump tornado strats, and there was a difference between doing it in vanilla and doing it in rando. Specifically in rando, you don't have attack 8, so it takes like twice as many hits, and by that time you're getting just pummeled with fire. So something that normally doesn't happen in vanilla happens.
Oh, great. Now Lightning has sort of gotten Hakuna Matata in my head because I'm thinking when...
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Now he's on his last life.
Why did they just cast Fairy the first time? It was just... It's like a bar. Oh no.
How many lives does Ellendar have at this point?
One. He's on his last life.
Okay, so...
And there's a potential gamble here. There was Eon drop to the left, and now we've got ooh, we got a bunch of rooms. Or is this a loop? Was there a slime at the? Was there a bot in the last one? Oh no, it wasn't a loop. Okay.
No, this has more Fakas, I think.
Okay, Ellendar, Ellendar, buddy. When you know a Foca's is gonna be there, you just gotta, you just gotta duck when you spawn in there. Oh no, and now we got fun rooms and everything. This is probably not the right call. Okay, we're evened up. BGT is in the lead, actually. I don't know if that means take Eon, but I do know. Actually, you know what? You know what, Schmitty? I bet you Fun Room leads to the drop, the end of the drop room, and that's where Eon drop leads. So I think the right way to go is the first up after T-Bird. We'll see what happens. So Jurassic, what do you think? Is it going to be Eon drop, or is it going to be the first up, or is it going to be the fun room?
I mean, probably because I'm in vanilla, I always assume it'll be Eon drop. Not that it's always Eon drop, but that's always my assumption.
Well, let's see.
But
let's put money.
I mean, it is kind of fun when it's up, but I don't know. I still always assume it's Eon drop until I'm proven wrong.
I can guarantee you the Unhalfly it's not left at Fairy Room. Pretty sure.
And why is it called Eon Drop? I actually have never heard the backstory for that.
Because in, I think, the first tournament, Enchantress of Numbers was playing Dig Shake, who made the randomizer, and in an important match, actually managed to defeat him by taking that drop. I think Dig Shake actually ended up being sent to the losers bracket from that, and then actually either he got sent to the losers bracket and then worked his way to first place anyway, or no, I think that's what it was, right? That's what it was. Okay. That's probably mostly right. Lighting has $20 on Eon Drop.
Hey, did Gary before trying to, his way through in Cast Life and all that.
Oh, shoot. Wait, it could be left at Eon, couldn't it? Sorry, it could be left at Fairy. I thought Fairy was before... Oh, no. We got 2 drops here. It's a tale of 2 drops. One of them is going to lead to the fun room. One of them is going to lead to Dark Link. Or... No. Yeah, one of them is going to lead to Dark Link. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. We got this room, which is... This is the BGT room, I think? Jackamus. I'm always... Stupid name rooms.
Jackamus Room? I definitely haven't heard that one.
Yeah, I don't know where the story is at. And I'm definitely not going to say Trails Room. Sorry, Trails.
I feel like we must be running out of rooms by now.
Yeah, Schmitty's saying that Jackamus lost a race by going for the jar in that room. There's a potential jar in the Jackamus room. Okay, here we go. So it is that drop that leads to the Jackamus room, and then... Oh, meanwhile, BGT is doing the fun room. This is not going to work out. I guess it could lead to Dark Link. GG's ready, guys.
Oh. Shoot, I was playing BGT. I didn't even see where Ellendar found the way into Dark Link. GG, though.
Yeah, so it was down at that drop. Not Eon Drop, the other drop. And then it led into Jackamus room, and then you just go right.
And the powers. The end.
Hello!
Hi,
You did
Hey,
it!
GG.
I beat the seed.
Yay!
It sounds like the seed almost beat you.
Oh, I am tired. I tell you what, everything about that was miserable. It
Well,
was.
I have to
It's
say, the fifth
Hello.
time you went into Death Mountain, I was like, this is the time.
Yeah.
GG.
Well, it was find Bagu,
It sounds like the seed
Into-
almost beat you.
force Dark Death Mountain, find the magic cave. Into, you still had to find another magic
Well,
cave to actually get to the
I
raft
have to say,
tile.
the fifth time you went into Death Mountain, I was like,
And
yeah,
then-
actually, yeah, that magic cave to the raft tile was fun.
I had a hint about Magic Key in the East, and I get to the East, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get the key. I can clear dungeons. We're gonna do this, and then I assume it was the magic container item in New Kazuto, because I think that was the only one I didn't find.
No, yeah,
Maybe I missed a bag cave.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
magic
remember.
cave-
Anyway,
yeah, you
eventually
missed-
I found Fairy.
you
and
missed
I
one of
was
the
just like,
caves,
okay.
unfortunately. You just
Yeah.
walked by it. It
I mean,
happens.
that ended up needing Fairy anyways, so I don't feel awful about it.
Yeah.
But,
It was
yeah.
really close and a lot, like throughout most of the game. In fact, both of you guys were stuck. on the same challenges at the same time, just in different ways a lot of the times. One of the caves, unfortunately. You just walked I'd say BGT probably had the lead most of the game. But every now and then you'd pop into the lead, especially toward the later half of the race. It was really close. And then, of course, at the end there, you found Dark Link before he did. He actually died before you after Thunderbird, but then you died, so it was kind of a race again.
Yeah, well, even there was at least 3 different drops you could take after Thunderbird, and it was take the right one or hit reset.
And then, of course,
Yeah, well, that's how you finally took the lead for good, because yeah, it was post Thunderbird routing that made the final difference.
But then you died. So there was a lot of stuff after Thunderbird. At least a lot of confusion after Thunderbird. Let's say that.
Yeah.
Because
goes saying to BGT, right? Like, if it's the Eon drop, I'm gonna lose. It's just how it is.
That's how you finally took the lead for good.
I hate
you refuse to take it
after Thunderbird. I will do whatever
it was
will do whatever it takes to not take a drop after Thunderbird.
Yeah, you even took you even started doing the fun room until it killed you. Say that.
Yeah. I did left at the fairy room because I didn't want to take any of the other drops, and it ended up being the last drop, and I'm like, oh well.
Might as well do this, right?
And I think BGT at this point is going to see just about every room in Great.
Yeah, you even took. Poor guy. You even started doing the fun room. I was actually a bit worried for you, Ellendar, because I know you skipped upstab, right?
Yeah, I basically never get upstab, even if I have the components for it, and I'm walking by it anyway, because it's a minute lost for like,
poor guy.
What is it, less than a 1% of having an upstab block? And yeah, there's like 1 or 2 like keys you can get from it if you have upstab, but
right? I think it's more than 1%, but it is pretty low. It's probably like 5% or 6 or 7.
Yeah, I actually, the first race of the tournament I did was Arnex, was upstab required, and neither of us had it, and it was a big mess.
Yeah, BGT had it this time, so when he got it and you skipped it, you were a little bit behind, and we were like, "Oh boy, like this is it's probably like 5%." Or if upstab is required, that's not going to help.
Yeah.
Well, I was
shortened GP removes those rooms a lot of the time, so if it's full GP, I think it's a different story. But
yeah, BGT had it this time, so yeah, it's those upstab required rooms would be in the 25% of the rooms that get removed, or at least it could be rolled into the 25% of rooms that get removed. Or is it?
Well, I
think it's 25%. It might be more than 25. It seems like I almost never see both the upstab and downstab rooms. You see one of them usually, but not both.
I think I remember hearing that it was between 25 and 50% of random.
Rooms would be in the, that would make more sense.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Does somebody have another audio source
open? It could be rolled into the 25% of rooms that get removed. I think BGT has his mic on. It might be more than 25.
Oh,
it seems like I almost never see both the upstab and downstab.
Okay, hang on.
I see one of them usually, but not both. Yeah, BGT definitely does have his mic on. Oh, that would make more sense.
Sorry to interrupt. Does somebody have another audio? Okay, I think we've got it now.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I was hearing like some delayed echo of literally what we were just talking about. So please continue. Excuse me.
Oh, that's what you meant. Yeah, no, I've got a headset and a mic that are separate, so it's not for me at least. But yeah, what else? Experience was not very generous in this seed, at least not until you got to the east.
Yeah, I seriously considered just finding a good spot and stopping for a bit of a grind before going back into Death Mountain for like the 3rd or 4th time, because I really needed some more attack power, especially attack 4 was. I feel like attack 4 was awful, and attack 5 was just fine. But like I was taking a trillion hits to kill bosses.
Yeah, Life 7 seemed pretty good though. I think with Shield on Life 7, you took less than a bar of health from Thunderbird.
Yeah, I was just tanking a lot of these block rooms.
Yeah, let's see what else. Well, so how do you think you're still in the winners bracket, right?
No, I lost to Rose City Saint.
Well, who
Fun
doesn't?
one. It's, he hasn't been defeated yet, so
Yeah. No, so hey, you're still alive, and after this do or die.
yep, it's got about 6 or 7 do or dies left.
EGT is basically doing his swan song.
Oh, he's singing? Hmm.
What?
Sorry.
Metaphoric swan song.
What's a metaphoric swan? This is why I live to commentate. See the things that I can do to people?
At 1 in the morning, no less.
Well, yeah, so it's you got a few do or dies left, but you've made it this far. That's pretty good. I mean, you're gonna make it at least into round 4 of the brackets. You guys should agree.
Yeah, where's the link to the challenge? I was trying to find it before I got here and couldn't.
I'm not sure.
Oh no.
Is there a chat command that will... Oh, there we go. Thanks, Nornado.
That path leads to the right room at the wrong end.
Yeah, I think it could be a while before BTT finds it because he just does not go left at Ferry, unfortunately. And he's going back to the fun room area. Or is this the first up? If this is the first up, you might not have checked this yet. This is what I was going to bet on. This first up.
Okay, so what do we have here? The winner's bracket only has 6 players left in it.
Yeah, there's not that much left. Well,
and
as far as
Ellendar will be facing Amazing Toaster.
I imagine that we might do multiple rounds in the same week at some point because when there's only like 3 or 4 rounds in a week, you might as well double up sometimes.
Yeah, I guess after September 22nd.
So Ellendar, why don't you tell us about yourself and Zelda 2 Randomizer? Like, when did you start? What got you started playing the Randomizer?
I got started playing Randomizer. Z2 was the first game I ever speedran. I was doing all keys. I have some terrible all keys time.
Mm-hmm. Well, looks like his connection gave out.
Oh, yes, we seem to have lost him.
He'll be back, and at least he ended at like the end of a sentence. The suspense is gonna kill me though. Sorry, it's late for me too.
We've been having a lot of 11 p.m. matches in this tournament.
Yeah.
What is it, all West Coasters or something?
No, I don't think so. Nobody lives on the West Coast except for me. But I get up really early for work, so it doesn't really matter. I'm basically on East Coast time. Yeah, rip Discord. That was starting to sound interesting, so hopefully he comes back in.
Hopefully BGT finds Dark Link soon. I mean, he's running out of options, right?
Yeah, it shouldn't take too long. I'm guessing no more than 5 minutes. After this, he'll have no other choice but to go left at ferry, I think. So this will be the wrong way, and he will jump into lava, as predicted. All is going according to plan. We got a free life. He's thinking it's gonna happen.
I'm gonna see if I can play some music for us while we watch the end of BGT's run.
For sure, yeah. Want me to send you some good tunes?
Well, it looks like unfortunately my music controls only work on intro and outro screen. And
That's kind of weird.
So it was a good idea until it didn't work.
Right, yeah.
We don't have like a stand can soundtrack of the game or anything.
I would take BGT's audio, but he said his audio might not be clean this evening.
Oh, it's not. Yeah, he's using his mic. But don't worry. That just gives everyone a more clear signal of my just beautiful voice, right? All right. So this time I'm gonna promise you he's gonna take the ferry left at ferry room.
I sure hope so.
He could be Jopo.
I mean, what do they say about doing the right thing after exhausting all other possible options?
Right. Yeah, he's not going to like the fact that he entered GP first. You know, even if it's only by like 20 or 30 seconds or whatever, to finish this long after. Oh, okay. He's good.
I wanted it was a solid 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Now, BGT, I want you to realize where you are. If he doesn't, no, okay, yeah, maybe we should host BGT now.
All right, that sounds like a plan. Cool. Well, yeah. Thanks for commentating, you guys. Nightcrawler and Drosy providing commentary today. We had Bleeding Blue and Lightning providing our tracking duties, and my name's Shadowfix. And be sure to check out the rest of the Z2R tournament schedule. Follow the racers, and yeah, we'll see you at the next one.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Have a good night. Enjoy the rest of BGT's run.
Oh God, I just realized. So
What?
Ellendar's internet gave out, right? What if it gave out 15 minutes earlier?
No, his Discord gave out. He's still in chat, so
Okay.
Discord can be finicky like that sometimes.
Guess so.
All right, rating in 5 seconds. See you guys over there.
See ya. Have a good
Okay,
one.
good night for real.